Felix, you mean Felix?
Yeah, Felix. I'm sorry. Yeah, Felix.
And I heard it was over.
That's crazy. Over some carton of cigarettes is what was it 50 cent?
Yeah, I ain't for sure,
but it's crazy. But he was about to come out, and they end up reversing the charges and giving his family his houses and stuff back too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
That's rare for the government to do that.
That's rare, but they did it.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
But you're not a naturally flashy person, because even now that you are living a legal life, nobody's seeing you walking around with big chains and flashy clothes.
But I taught myself that. You know, I like jewelry too. I know if the girl see you with that big old chain on, she gonna like you. You pull up in the Bentley, she gonna
love it, right?
Ain't no question. You know, the Ferrari, they gonna like all that. But I also know that there's other things that come with those things. Mm-hmm. You know, and I don't want all those. You know, I like to be able to walk down the street and people not recognize me. Sometimes they do recognize me, and when they do, you know, I acknowledge that. But at the same time, I get the freedom to be looser than, you know, you would if you was wearing a $50,000 chain.
I want to ask you something, man.
Matter of fact, Lil Tommy the one started.
I wearing them big chains.
He started that.
I gotta ask you about being locked up for 20 years, right? When you was locked up, some people didn't make it out, right? Some people died while you was in there.
Jail. I know.
Whether it was just that or health reasons or got stabbed or whatever the case may be, but you was able to make it out. So how much did you think about that when you was in there?
All the time, you know. I wanted to be home for my mom, you know.
Yeah.
Who was probably my biggest supporter ever. And one of my fears was to have her or get sick while I was in prison. Lucky for me, she didn't. You know, she in my bedroom.
Yeah.
You know, so that was definitely a fear. You know, that's why I changed my way of eating.
Yeah.
Started watching what I ate and worked out and just try to preserve myself. And still right now, you know, I'm still trying to preserve myself.
Of course.
How many of your friends actually passed away in prison?
I only had maybe two guys that I knew that actually passed away in prison.
Okay. The reason I asked you that because Frank Mitchell, when he was about to get out, 14 days, I think it was before he was going to be released, they killed him.
Felix, you mean Felix?
Yeah, Felix. I'm sorry. Yeah, Felix.
And I heard it was over.
That's crazy. Over some carton of cigarettes is what was it 50 cent?
Yeah, I ain't for sure,
but it's crazy. But he was about to come out, and they end up reversing the charges and giving his family his houses and stuff back too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
That's rare for the government to do that.
That's rare, but they did it. You know what I'm saying? According to the documentary I was watching, I was like, damn, that's crazy.
But when it's almost time for you to get out, don't y'all be like, to me, again, I see on movies all the time, don't y'all be like on your P's and Q's, be like, if somebody try to argue with you or any altercations come up, and you just like back up because
Not everybody.
Because don't they be trying to test you, like trying to keep you in there?
They will. I mean, you know, it's according to where you at too. You know, like it was. I remember a guy got killed. He only had a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. You know, he went in the TV room and turned the TV off the soap operas, and the guy told him, "If you turn that TV again, I'm gonna kill you." And he did it again. The guy hit him in the head with a mop wringer, and he never got off the floor.
See, I wouldn't do it again because I know I'm almost time for me to go. Like, why would I do it again?
Well, you probably would go in your cell and just stay in your cell.
Just stay in my cell. Just let me. This 2 weeks. I'll stay right here.
I stay in the law library, and you know, most of the time in the law library, we don't have no incidents. The incidents that I almost got into was on the basketball court. You know,
out there with Pop Johnson.
Yeah. Playing basketball. You already know. But Pop couldn't keep up with me. So.
No, he couldn't keep up.
He shoot that jump shot, though.
He talked about it.
No, he set up. He shoot that jump shot. Pop would shoot that jump shot. But, you know, and you know, you foul somebody hard. Or
then they get upset
him
with
in the
you.
mouth with an elbow.
Oh,
yeah.
And they already upset anyway. So
well, you don't know what people going through. That's why you have to be. You know, you have to carry it a certain way while you in there, and then you don't know who you dealing with.
Yeah, no, you don't know what type of person.
It could be a mass murderer.
I think remember the paperwork party. You know, you supposed to know who you're dealing with if the paperwork party going right. But we don't know what that is. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, the paperwork party. We gonna know exactly what you did when you come in here." But you don't know what these niggas done did. You ain't watching them like that.
Yeah, they start. I mean, I didn't participate in none of that. Like I said, when I went in there, my goal was. Somebody told me you can get your education at Penn State or the State Penn.
Wow.
So I wasn't going to Penn State, so I was going to go and get mine while I was there.
But once you were in there, you started reading, because I know before you couldn't read. What genre of knowledge did I know the law? But which one was the first thing?
The law was like my job.
Your job, but
Yeah,
what
I
section
read
did
business.
you first jump into? Was it business?
Yeah, well, the first book I ever read was Malcolm X's autobiography. And when I read Malcolm's book, I saw a plan. I never had a plan other than dope had become my plan. Well, tennis was my plan at one time, and then became my plan. And well, before stealing cars was a plan, I thought that was a plan.
That was going to do it too. Right?
So when I read Malcolm X's book, I saw another plan.
Wow.
I said, damn. Malcolm started speaking and he studied, he got smart. And then with mine, I said, well, you know what? I don't want to be no preacher. So why don't you learn how to make money and teach everybody else how to make money? So that became my plan, and that's my plan right now today. That's how I got into boxing, because I want to show these young guys how to make money.
Right.
And we're really.
So you can go into any field.
It don't make no difference what field.
Because
that's why I do so many things: boxing, weed, clothes.
Because all of it is making money.
Everything.
Movies.
You're a whole moving brand, brand ambassador.
Yeah. So it don't matter what it is, and then when you put that type of energy into it, things just happen, And now, I mean, it's really getting crazy because I'm starting to get a certain type of quality. When I first come home, right, I said I was getting all the bad news bears. I started off with the bad news bears. They couldn't catch, couldn't kick, couldn't punt, couldn't throw. They didn't have no gloves. They on the field with no helmets on. But now I'm starting to get a quality of people that, I'm like, wow, y'all gonna give me this? Wow. This is like when I met Danilo Blandon. Y'all gonna give me him,
man,
with these prices and with this quality.
That's crazy.
So, man, I see some ginormous things happening for myself and the people around me in the near future.
The funny thing is, when you prayed when you was younger, I say, God made me smart enough just because you just want to make a lot of money. Did you pray? This made me smart enough that I can make a lot of money tomorrow, or you just said, let me be smart enough to make a lot of money?
I wanted it that same night.
But did you say it? But did you say it in your prayer when you said it?
What I meant it. I don't know if I said it or not, but that's what I wanted. So he was reading my mind.
The reason why, because you're smart enough and you're making money right now, so it's just that you just didn't tell him exactly when back then, so now you getting it now.
You might be right. I ain't gonna argue that point. I wanted it right then.
I know that's right.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.